here we go. Over here on the right-hand side of the beautiful Belshire Beach, we do have EG iNcontroL spawning as the blue Protoss. On the opposite side of the map, we have Thermaltake's PiG spawning as the red Zerg. Two of these players, definitely some of my favorites to watch. This is going to be so sweet. I love it.
Yeah, PiG, one of the most handsome gamers you will ever meet. He's a very, very mannered guy, so friendly, not unlike iNcontroL. Well, maybe a little bit more mannered than iNcontroL. But PiG is a very, very good player. He's representing the Southeast Asian service here. Did very well in the Dox Cup, #1. So
that's correct.
Cruising into this top 16 in the losers bracket. This is a loser bracket game, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in. Yes, iNcontroL is in the losers bracket, but he's doing very, very well.
Yep,
We've got a pylon and a pylon looking like a forge, a fast expand location here.
Yep.
iNcontrol's probe heading up into PiG's main. Nothing out of the ordinary from PiG here. It's going to drone up to about 14, and then we'll just see what he has to do, what he's going to do with it.
It looks like PiG is going to be going for a 15 hatch. There's no pool, no gas happening yet, no indication of any anyway. But having said that, the drone hasn't started moving out yet, so maybe... Nope, going to be a pool
yep.
14. Just no speedling expand. Interesting.
Yep. So iNcontrol's probe, 5 minerals richer, and patrolling there, pretty happy with its winnings. Just out front of the natural there, PiG blocking that extra hatch. iNcontroL going to be dropping his forge pretty shortly, I'd imagine.
Actually, it looks like he's going to go Nexus first.
Nexus first.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very brave.
Very brave. iNcontroL obviously pretty confident against PiG right now.
And I mean, why wouldn't you be with such great practice partners in EG? I bet he's got a great number of builds under his belt.
Well, he'd get to practice with Idra, or Idra, if you will. Yeah. Plenty of players, great players to play with. I mean, if you can take games off Idra, you can take games off any Zerg in the world, in my opinion. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, so that pylon really inconveniencing PiG, forcing him to delay his expansion. At the same time, I don't know... Okay, yeah, that is fine. For some reason, that Nexus, when you don't select it, looks like it's not positioned correctly up against the minerals, but it certainly is.
Yeah, the minerals are kind of in a weird concave on this expansion.
Yeah, it's very misleading. PiG almost losing that drone there as iNcontrol's probe was poking at it, being forced to morph into an extractor to keep himself alive.
iNcontrol's mana pylon just taken down now. Here comes the hatch from PiG.
I gotta say, the structure placement here from iNcontroL is very good. That cannon is definitely not reachable, hidden away there behind the Nexus gateway and pylon.
Very nice placement. No chance of Lynx getting through that anytime soon. iNcontroL transferring his probes over to his naturals just as it finishes.
And, yep, there we go. Nexus just finishing, as you said. Probes transferring over now. Second cannon going down. This will provide complete coverage of the entire mineral line.
I'm actually really surprised that PiG hasn't got a gas geyser yet. He's just with minerals floating up around the 300 mark and just keeping it there. I think he might be going for a third, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. When you're up against these sort of Forge Fast Expand plays, you don't really need the gas until about 40 supply. More often than not, you'll see players take their third hatchery, saturate 2 bases, and then take their gas.
I just love having speed. There's the third.
There we go. And we can see a complete seal here on iNcontrol's wall. So if PiG wants to get around there and do any sort of damage with Lings, he needs to go all the way around these 2 Vespene geysers, back up through the minerals, around both of the cannons, and sweep into the main. I love this building placement. Everything here has such a good, strong purpose. It looks great.
Yeah. Actually, I think if PiG came in here with roaches, that cybernetics core is a possible liability.
That's true. That's a very good point. And the forge, yeah. iNcontroL needs to be very careful about that. And ooh, a Stargate going out.
Very nice. It's always very obnoxious for Zerg to deal with a Stargate in the early game.
Absolutely. So I think that Stargate is going to play a very critical role in forcing the third base of PiG to be sacrificed. PiG now harvesting gas from 2 of those guys is in the main base.
Yep, getting rid of a gas income now. Hasn't started metabolic boost yet, but I'm sure he will pretty quickly. It's a very important upgrade. In my opinion. And Pig's third, just about to finish. Droning up pretty hard here. Stargate just finishing now for iNcontroL. There's that metabolic boost on the way. So what's coming out of this Stargate? Void Ray. And
I like the placement of this pylon in iNcontroL's base, allowing him to warp down onto the low ground near the gold base there, really reducing the travel time to Pig's third. So I think we're going to see probably a bunch of Zealots and a Void Ray.
iNcontroL knows that a reaction to the fast expand is to go for a third hatch, so he's just sending one Zealot and one Stalker over to this third of Pig, and it's actually very, very smart.
Oh, arriving just at the same time as all of these drones, picking up his first kill already. That Zealot with 4 kills now. What a monster.
And Pig with not many links because he's just been droning up so hard. Generally, what you do when you get a third base is you want to saturate it so bad you don't make units.
Yep.
And this is the issue with it. Here comes the Void Ray spotted by Pig's Zergling down by the gold.
Ooh, Pig's not going to be feeling very good about this. I mean, he's just made a huge round of Zerglings, enough to handle this expansion. But now he's throwing up some emergency spore crawlers.
Yeah. More lings, more drones on the way from Pig, another Queen on the way as well. But this Void Ray is beelining to that third, and I'm not sure what he can do about it. It's not connected with creep. He does have spore crawlers going down there though, and they burrow pretty quickly. Comes the Queen from Pig, he'll need to back up to the spore crawlers.
It looks like Pig might actually be able to secure this expansion.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
Nice work.
Very nice work from Pig. Very strong Zerg as we're seeing here. iNcontroL is not going to be taking this guy as a free win. He's going to have to take him very, very seriously if he wants to stay in this tournament.
Definitely. Now both players are picking up their respective upgrades. +1 ground weapons for iNcontroL, +1 ground carapace for Pig, with the second evolution chamber on the way. Oh, and a second Void Ray arriving. This is definitely going to be applying some more pressure to the Queen. With a third spore crawler
Void Ray keeping charge. One of the low Void Ray has kept this charge for so long.
Yeah, that's actually really impressive. Oh, just losing it. What a shame. Now, is there an opportunity for iNcontroL to do any damage in the main? There may very well be. There's only one spore crawler there with a Queen. Of course, he can also run around and do a bit of Overlord hunting.
Yeah, that's always pretty hard for Zerg to deal with. There are some Zerglings in the middle of the map. No Overlords spread out in the middle of the map, though. Smart work from Pig. A third Void Ray on the way, so iNcontroL really putting the screws to Pig with this Void Ray business.
Yeah,
but Pig's just going to... Pig is just going to keep securing himself against it.
Ooh, a little bit sloppy there by iNcontroL.
I was about to say.
Flying a bit too close to that spore crawler. Now let's see what's happening back in the base of iNcontroL. He has 4 gateways up. Make that 5 now. As this last warp gate just finishes morphing in. A Robo is on the way, so it looks like he'll be looking to transition into that Death Ball very, very soon.
Yeah. 3 Void Rays on the way with a handful of Zealots. 4, in fact. Or 5 rather, on the way into the base of Pig, but he has Roaches and Zerglings on the ground. Plenty of Spore Crawlers to deal with the Void Rays. I think he's going to hold this pretty easily.
Oh, and these Zealots finishing their +1 attack just in time to really capitalize here. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do too much.
Yeah, Roaches really, when microed well, can just nullify the Zealots completely.
Oh yeah.
More Roaches on the way from Pig. iNcontroL floating his Void Rays in a good location to catch reinforcements from the natural. Gonna get a couple Overlords here.
6 Stalkers warping in on the low ground near that gold base, coming in to reinforce, and they're going to make all the difference when it comes to battle.
Yeah, these Stalkers are going to be bad news for Pig. All the reinforcements being caught by these Void Rays. Great position on these Void Rays. These Stalkers are so dangerous for Pig right now. He needs a whole bunch of lings to pop out. He's floating a lot of money right now. Doesn't have the lava. 16 lings on the way from Pig. Here we go. These lings is what he needs to take out the Stalkers.
These Void
Roach
Rays...
reinforcement from the back. I think these Stalkers are in trouble.
Ooh, and some of these Void Rays are actually charged up. They're able to deal with those lings so quickly once they're charged up. And with
Charged Void Rays.
Those
7 Hydras on the way.
It's not looking good for Pig, I gotta say.
Yeah, with this Stalker reinforcement, it's going to be so hard for him to deal with it. He's forced to relocate Spore Crawlers from his third. These Void Rays too much for him to handle right now. Hydra's coming out, but they want to join up together before they get into this battle. Roach is cleaning up everything on the ground. I think that he's held.
Wow, I was about to say, you know, I think iNcontroL's about to take the game, but all of a sudden these Hydras pop. Lots of lings get a good surround on those Stalkers. And all of a sudden, Pig has a significant supply lead. Look at that, 117 against 63.
Huge. Pig is taking control of this game. iNcontroL not looking very in control at the moment, sending his stuff back. to his reinforcement pylons and trying to get a Colossus as quickly as possible, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to handle Pig's next engagement. He's been mining off of 3 bases for so long.
Yeah, he has so much money banked up, and with 68 drones on the map to only 47 from iNcontroL, I think Pig is going to be in a very, very good position to just march on over there in the next few minutes and end this game. But having said that, look at that. 10 sentries on the map for iNcontroL. He's going to be able to force field for a long time.
Force field's pretty good. I'm sorry, bro, you want to micro your army? Force fields.
Pretty much, especially with those long-range immortals and Colossi on the way very soon. There's always that opportunity to get a nice big donut of force fields around the army, splitting it into half, and just cleaning up with that massive AoE.
So Colossus is a very, very good transition against what Pig's making here. But he does have a Spire on the way, Infestation Pit also. A bit of a laundry list of upgrades here for Pig. +2 attacks, Glial Reconstitution speed for the Roaches, +2 ground and Overlord speed as well, and Ventral Sacks.
And wow, I gotta say, double Robo from iNcontroL is definitely impressing me. I really, really would like to see Colossi being produced from both of them, Chrono boosted back to back. That will definitely help him get back into this game.
Yeah, doesn't have the money for it just yet though, but he will shortly. iNcontroL taking a third. Pig's Overlord does spot it though, and here comes some Lings. Forced to cancel. Very nice from Pig.
And Pig's gold base almost finished. He's actually almost about 200 supply, sitting at 189 now. Very soon he's going to max out, maybe reserving the remaining supply for Corruptors. There we go, we do see 5 Corruptors being produced, finishing up that supply. And Pig will be looking to move out very soon. That is a scary ball of Hydras and Roaches. Wow.
Yeah, so much DPS and armored units in that army. The Hydras are going to be at the back with the Roaches at the front. And iNcontroL is going to need a force field to save himself in this game. Look at this. Pig going to go for a sandwich.
Very cool. Trying to force all the force field placement on one side of the map. But wow, iNcontroL very swift. Catching both armies there.
Yeah, he has a huge amount of energy on these sentries. Huge sentry count as well. 2 Colossus in the battle right now. And more Stalkers being warped into reinforcers is going to be tight.
Oh, Pig really adding the pressure now as those force fields fall. It looks like that last Colossi is about to go down.
Oh, with the Corruptors, yep. With the Corruptors here taking out the Void Rays, I think iNcontroL is going to be forced to tap out. And there's the GG. Pig taking game number 1 from Jeff iNcontroL Robertson.
Well, impressive.